Today I want to talk about 5 exercises that you can do in the comfort of your home, you can do in your garage, your driveway, you can take yourself to a park, but it's 5 body weight exercises with no weights needed, no gym, nothing. Here we go. So the first one that I would recommend you do is always body weight squats. Alright, this one's huge important. The reason is it's better to always be able to squat and get that good depth with just your body weight. Before you put any barbell on you, before you put any sort of weight, it's always good to be able to control your body, and that's the reason I'm starting to do the 5 body weight exercises, because that's how I started. I didn't just go to a gym and start lifting weights. I started with, when I was super young, I wasn't always age appropriate to go into a gym, and so I had to make it work with just body weight exercises that I could do in my bedroom or outside. Alright, so the first one I'd say is body weight squat. Alright, this is where you're going to really work on pushing your butt back and really going below 90. So I think usually what they teach you and what I was taught is you have to stop just at 90, alright, or it's bad for your knees. But the thing is, that's false, alright? What they say, yeah, you can take into consideration, and when it becomes more into weightlifting, putting weight on your back, I would say be a little bit more careful. But for body weight, you can go below 90. So always try to get good depth. What I try to say is my hamstrings got to touch my calves. Alright, so that's how I'm getting really good depth. I'm getting a good stretch. But the biggest thing is not going too fast. Keep a good tempo, and that's going to be super important for really building that muscle and getting that pump that you really are going to look for when you're working out. We always, let's be honest, we always say why we go to the gym. It's usually something superficial at first. So it's like, I want big muscles, but really it's like chase the feeling. Alright, chase that feeling that you can really say every day, I want to get that feeling again, but even better. Alright, so number 1 is body weight squats. Number 2 for me, what I would say is push-ups. Right? I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, I can't do push-ups. Well, start off, if you're going to have to do them from your knees, that's fine. But start being able to build a little bit of upper body muscle. For girls, maybe that's not as desirable, but it's okay, because you're not 100 push-ups isn't going to make you like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And that's the thing, is like, I feel like people in their mind, they always make an excuse, oh, I don't want to have that much muscle. It's like, you're not going to. I've done thousands and thousands and thousands of push-ups, and I'm still not at the size I want. And if I said push-ups got me to the size I am, then I'd be lying. Yes, they did have a sort of help for getting me started in my journey, but they did not really add a huge amount of size. It was more just to get me going on my motion of pressing my body weight up, being able to control my body weight, and then also, yeah, it's going to build some triceps depending on your hand movement and placement. Alright, so let's go for number 2 is going to be push-ups. Number 3, more importantly, this one is more for cardio. Alright, so the first 2, those are more for just like building the muscle, working the muscle, but the next one is more for cardio. It's what we call a burpee. Burpees are super effective, because the thing is, you're working a lot of different body parts as well your cardiovascular. Alright, so I used to do 100 burpees a day just to get my day started, because I didn't like to do cardio like going for a run or going on the stationary bike like or the treadmill. I thought that was super boring. So a good way I found out how to do cardio was doing a lot of burpees. Now I didn't do 100 in a row, but sets of 20, sets of 25, 30, that's when you really see your heart rate moving. Now start at your own pace. If you've never done burpees before, maybe start with 5, try to build to 10. But the thing is, try to always be increasing, so you're always building a little bit, you're keeping your heart rate up and you're building a little bit more cardiovascular. So number 3 is going to be burpees. Number 4, what I would recommend for your body weight exercises is some sort of like variation of pull up. All right, so if you see outside, if you go to any sort of park, usually they're gonna have monkey bars. And honestly, that's what I used to do. I used to go to the park next to my house and I used to do just pull-ups on the monkey bars because I didn't have one of those pull-ups and bars in my house, nor did I want to hang from a tree branch and snap and break my back. Do a monkey bar, or go into some schoolyard where you can find a straight bar that you can reach up to, then boom, that's where your pull-up bar is. Now, people are going to be like, well, pull-ups are really hard. You're right, but it's always good to push yourself. So I didn't start with just doing 20 push-ups or 20 pull-ups, blah. But what I started with is making it minimal. Do one pull-up. All right, rest. Now try to do 2 pull-ups. All right, and building your way up. That's what all this is. It's not, you're not going to be able to do everything just boom. You're going to have to build up, and if you can't do a regular pull-up, boom, let's find a lower bar or something lower where you can do Australian pull-ups. All right, that's when you're going to be faced, kind of your back's going to be facing more towards the ground, your feet are going to be out, and you're basically going to be pulling up to your chest, and it makes it a little bit easier than you being vertical and pulling up using more lats. All right, so number 4 is going to be pull-ups. Last one, number 5. What I would recommend is doing single leg lunges. This is big because at the same time, your legs are your biggest muscle. You got to invest more time in building your legs because that is what we really lack usually, or I usually lacked as a kid. I lacked legs a ton. I kind of neglected them, and I wish I didn't, because now I'm really trying to play catch up always on them, trying to build more mass on my legs, thinking my upper body's misproportional to my legs. So number 5 is going to be single leg lunges. This is also a booty builder. All right, I know that some girls, we like to say, oh, I don't want to do too many leg workouts because I don't want my legs to be big, but I want a nice butt. Boom. That doesn't exist unless you get surgery. What I want you to think about is doing single leg movement, like a single leg lunge, whether you put your leg on a bench or you just do them outside, alternating walking lunges. That is perfect as well. But the thing is, your booty's not going to grow if your legs don't grow with it. All right, so for men too, it's nothing better than having nice big legs, because then you know you're really putting in that work. So really it's a plus for both genders. All right, now those are the 5 exercises that I would recommend that you start trying to do and implement today, just so you can start your journey. Now, yes, I will be putting in 5 more bodyweight exercises in the future and 5 more or whatever, because as you get better, you're going to need a little bit more difficulty on your exercises. So today, these are kind of 5 basic movements, all right? 5 basic things you can always work on with minimal progression. So let's say if I can't do push-ups regularly, I go to my knees. If I can't do pull-ups, I find a lower bar and I do some different kind of pull-ups where my heels are touching the ground and my feet are on the ground, so it's only like pulling up my upper body. Different things, all right? But the biggest thing is just to get started, all right? Have a great day. Let's stay up. Follow Show Level Fitness. Let's go.